Hi guys, today I'm here to share some of my healthy habits with you that I do every single day to enjoy my best life. And why that's important to me is because I want you to live your best life as well. I have a lot to cover, so let's get started. And you can find this up on my blog, Food Fitness by Paige, under weight loss strategy. That's what the post is under. So let's get started. First things first, do you count calories or don't you count calories? I do kind of. I am not meticulous about it. I don't want to stress out about it. A crude method is your desired weight times 11, and then you decide how many meals you want per day. Some people do 5 or 6, some people do 3, some people do 1. It's up to you, whatever your system can handle and that is sustainable for you. But there's a lot of formulas online if you want to look there for something more precise. So I do 5 or 6 meals a day, and I don't weigh myself, but I do weigh my food. I weigh my proteins, I weigh my fats and my starches. I eat as many green vegetables as I want to. So make sure that you have some measuring cups and measuring spoons, and I think a good, nice food scale is really important. I use mine all the time. So here's how I start my day. I start with a protein shake. I use the Quest protein powder, and I make up a week's worth of those at a time. That's my other big tip. To my shake, I add 2 tablespoons of flaxseed and water, mix it up, and I do 7 of these at a time. In the morning, open the lid, add spinach leaves. You could add garbanzo beans, you could add peanut butter powder, fruit, whatever you wanted to do, but it's quick, it's easy, so it's got my protein, my fat from the flaxseed, and fiber from the flaxseed. Those are the 3 things that will keep you satiated and full the longest. But my big tip again there, I make a week at a time. I do the same thing with my mid-morning snack. This is steel cut oats that I boil with bananas and shredded carrots, and then I pour it over a chopped up Fuji apple. So again, to that, if you wanted to add more protein, you could do a peanut butter powder, you could do some type of a white bean, you could do chia seeds, anything like that. Again, my big tip, I make a week at a time. It's ready to go, and it can tolerate temperatures up and down, so it's easy to go to the gym or whatever errands I have. So that's my big tip on mid-morning. If you can eat it all at once, go ahead and turn it into one meal if you can't eat again till noon. So here's my big tip for noon. Again, it's all about planning and preparing ahead of time. I have a huge bowl full of things that I know will last. Romaine, kale, red bell pepper, carrots, broccoli. If green onions don't bother you, add those in there. So in the morning, I just pull out of here, put it in my Tupperware container. I'm ready to go. Add a protein to it. Now, I don't use bottled salad dressings. I will use straight balsamic vinegar. I love the California balsamic. I would use an avocado smashed up. There's my fat and fiber. Salsa, homemade hummus, cottage cheese. Those are the type of things that I use. I never use salad dressing. So that's my big tip. Have your greens on hand, ready to go. You're more likely to be compliant. Okay, now we're to mid-afternoon. I usually need something mid-afternoon. So again, we want to stick to protein, fat, and fiber. Keeps you full the longest and satisfied the most. So you might have an apple or a banana, but add to that a little bit of peanut butter. There's your fat, and you've got your fiber in your fruit, and you've got a little bit of protein in your nuts. Make sure when you're using nuts to measure those out, because the calories can get away from you. If you like a protein bar, I love the Quest protein bar. That travels perfectly. So now let's get to dinner. You've got your plate, half of it vegetables, a 1/4 protein, and a 1/4 of your starch. Think of your starches like the size of your fist or a tennis ball, maybe a deck of cards for your protein, and then just fill up your plate with leafy greens if possible. When it comes to making your vegetables, we want to keep them as close to what they naturally look like as possible for the greatest amount of health benefits. Anytime you can stick to single ingredient foods, that's the main goal here, and you won't need to be worrying about counting your calories if you stick to single ingredient foods. No processed food. That's my big message. Do not eat processed food. Now, if you want a little treat, okay, work that into your day. My favorite is my sugar-free, gluten-free chocolate chips made with monk fruit. That's no calories. It won't affect your blood sugar. And I use a stevia sweetened chocolate chip. Again, this is up on my blog, Food Fitness by Paige. Or if you want to stay completely away from the sweeteners, I made this loaf of chocolate chip walnut bread just with banana for a sweetener. I also added back in 2 scoops of protein powder to it, so it's got a little more protein and it's naturally sweetened with the banana. And I use almond flour so it won't raise my blood sugar. These are all good tips and tricks. If you have extra tips and tricks that you have, send them to me. I would love to hear what you have to say and I'll share it with others. Or if you have questions, please send them to me. I'm happy to help in any way I can. Again, this is up on my blog, Food Fitness by Paige, Weight Loss Strategies. Thanks so much, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.